Hey, here's Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve. This is something different that you're not going to see too often out of us, and uh, I'm more than willing to do this kind of stuff on occasion, um, for existing customers. But this engine is for Scott CPAC. Now, as you can see, there is no blower, no turbos. This is NA Glory. Now, what is this? This is LS NA. And you can see the great big fat white valve covers because this is the Edelbrock LSR cylinder head. So, and now what this was all about was Scott actually sent us this engine. He bought it used, and then it was in a little more of a street form, and with a smaller camshaft, less compression ratio, and he thought, hey, I would like to maybe convert this to a boosted motor, which ultimately still is going to convert this to a boosted motor, but for interim time he wanted us to make this better on a NA form. So you can see here, still alternator. This is a dry sump motor, and like I said, with the LSR head, so it's candid valve. That's why you have the wider valve covers, because it is a candid valve deal. Really nice, cool intake manifold. Very well done from CID, and we have the new news popping up. I mean, we're going to be and are doing the porting and things in-house here real shortly. But anyways, this particular engine is 475 cubic inches. So a 4155 bore and 4375 stroke. Now what I had actually told Scott was, look, we're not going to use this cubic inch in a boosted application because this thing in a 2,000 horsepower level is going to break. Crankshafts will not tolerate that. It gives us really bad piston design for boost, not for NA. For boost, it gives us bad piston design. If you want to know more information about that, I'll have some piston Steve Tech videos. If you're not subscribed to Steve Tech, make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to Steve Tech if you want to learn actual more tech about it, of any of these things I'm talking about. But anyways, can't use this big motor in that kind of application. It sucks. It's going to break. So we would be de-stroking it, doing a lot of other stuff, which was going to throw away a whole bunch of the parts that were with this motor. So he's going to do something with this down the road where it's probably going to be boosted. But it's going to run this in a cool NA form as it is. So what Scott said was, he says, all right, well, let's just make this a full race version. And so that's exactly what we did. So I put in what designed up camshaft for this. And keep in mind, I'm always still trying, we are not trying to make the absolute max horsepower with this thing and make it something that's totally unreliable. This is still going to be something he's going to race every weekend by himself with his wife. He doesn't want to work on it, doesn't want to have any issues. So we're not trying to build the absolute max, but we did throw some more compression ratio in it. It's 14:1, and we did throw one of our camshafts in it, but our camshafts, anything that I design up, is going to be mild, easy on parts, and we don't want to break stuff. So he also didn't have any EFI on it, didn't have any of that stuff. So this is a Holley system. Obviously, it has a FIC 1000cc injector running on Q16. So, anyways, and these are actually his headers for the car, everything. So it's quite similar outside of the tank, which is mine. Very much the way it's going to be running in the car. Coil on plug. Coils are down there. He's going to mount them on the frame rails. So, kind of your normal deal. So we're going to put the camera down, out on tripod, make a run. I'll show you the numbers. Alrighty, we'll take a look at some numbers here, and super happy with this because we have actually been making some pulls on this thing because it's got really, I mean, this thing is, well, you can see it just made a 1000.84 horsepower. Now it is just starting to lay over up here in that 7,500 RPM area. Pretty common, like I said, for the type of camshafts and profiles that I have, that I use in order to make things live and not kill parts. And let me shut that fan off for you. So, but 815 foot-pounds of torque, which is for NALS. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a nice piece. You know, yeah, we could, with a bunch of tailoring around, we could probably get this thing to make peak at 75, 7,800. But it would take quite a bit more and probably a different profile camshaft. But this is a really nice deal, and this thing has just continuously, like, show you the previous run here. The previous run made 999.55. I mean, it's just super, actually, I'm sorry, 999.3 right there, 999.1. I mean, it doesn't hardly roll over very much right there, but we've been hunting around for this thing, working on a little bit of individual cylinder tuning. You know, like first hit, the thing's basically in the 970s, and we've just been working at trying to find the sweet spot on everything with the individual cylinder tuning with fuel, finding what it wants for the AFR, and finding what it wants for timing. And then actually ended up adding some timing up here, so which is pretty common. The higher the RPM, you're gonna add more timing to it. So lowest amount of timing at peak torque, usually going to have the highest timing out at peak horsepower. So, but every engine's different. I mean, you have to play with it and you have to see what it wants. So, Scott wanted the 1,000 horsepower number, so we made sure we got it for him. So let's see. All good?
We're good.
We're good.
We're
yes.
Thank you.
So we were just struggling along with this thing for the last couple hours, making pulls and passes, and making sure that we could keep on edging up a couple horsepower at a time, here, and so super happy. Gonna be a really nice piece for his what year S10 is that?
2000 S10.
For a 2000 S10 long box. Pretty slick looking truck, dual frame rail truck. I mean, it's a pretty nice piece. So anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.